2024. Damn, 2024. Mm-hmm. Man, first of all, where are the flying cars? Where are the flying cars? Where's all the futuristic shit that they promised?
We just can't afford them.
They promised me flying hoverboards, not rolling hoverboards. I was Back to the Future promised me some shit by 2020 something. Ain't none of it here.
It's here. We can't afford it. They got flying cars.
Who?
They just like $200,000.
For a flying one?
All.
Yeah, they literally fly like little small Cessnas, and then you can land and then just start driving.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of those prototypes. Yeah, once they get past prototype, you know they're still gonna be They're gonna be $150K. And then eventually they'll. Yeah. I've seen those. Man, dealing with Atlanta traffic with a car that fly though. Could you imagine just go up in the air, man?
But you know how many people gonna be raising up and flying in the air? It's gonna be wrecks in the air because everybody's gonna be hopping up, swerving. Like, no, it's not gonna be easy.
Somebody go viral, you playing flag surfing and shit.
Somebody baby mama gonna be on the windshield of a flying car, and that's gonna be the end of flying cars.
Because he gonna be the top tail right on up out of there.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be a bad look. That's gonna be
terrible. It's gonna be worse than slingshots.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But it's
gonna end up like that submarine though.
What submarine? Oh, what them people stuck at the bottom of the boat? Come on, man. That was a tragedy, man. That was a tragic situation.
That was stupidity.
It was that too. It was damn sure that. Who want to go see the Titanic that bad? Not me.
Right.
In a tuna.
Anyway, said something about it on his new stand-up. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, he talked about it.
Oh, okay.
I ain't watched that one yet, man. I'm gonna have to watch it so we can.
I heard it was good though. I'm gonna watch it.
It's not as funny, but he has good stories.
Yeah.
It's like he transitioning to just orating. So which I mean,
kind of like Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin, his stand-up is like that. He tell a lot of stories and giving all the facts and sprinkling a little jokey joke in there, but it's real shit.
Yeah. Through
your watery grave.
Exactly.
That should have me dying.
See, hey man, don't be telling the jokes. Damn.
you don't know the context when you.
Don't worry. Don't be spoiler alert. Don't be spoiler alert.
Oh, you ain't seen it either.
No,
man.
It's short. It's like an hour.
Yeah, it's real short.
I know. I just watched the British I think it's the British white guy. His Armageddon. His was good. We watched his. Yeah. And plus, I've been binge watching Game of Thrones. I'm telling y'all, when I'm rewatching it, man. When them one-liners in Game of Thrones, listen, the stuff that they say when you go back and hear it again, you be like, who wrote it? It's so bad. It's so bad. But anyway, I'm gonna get into our first topic, man. Who's raising these little girls, man? Who, man, look, y'all have probably already seen this video, but this one, I'm embarrassed to show it, man. I mean, Frank, since he submitted it, I got to roll with it. So, here we go.
I knew it. These videos never show for me.
Who, Father?
You know what? I wanted somebody. You know what I was hoping to see? Like I was hoping and praying. I knew it wasn't gonna come in, but I was hoping that some parent was gonna come in there with a water hose,
pretty much
belt, or something, and just like. But I'm like, but this is facilitated. Like somebody set this up for them to do that.
Yeah, niggas.
Who's raising these babies?
Niggas.
Okay. I got something to say.
Go ahead. Who's raising? Like this too much.
So,
some of your friends did this, Desi?
Huh?
These your nieces?
No. Could be, because I'm thinking about when I was growing up and I was singing T-shirt and panties. My mama didn't know that. but I knew certain songs I wasn't supposed to know. So I'm saying that to say it's not on them. It's just like, they hear things. You can hear the songs anywhere. This song, I'm pretty sure it's on TikTok, So I feel uncomfortable even zeroing in on the kids. Like, obviously, this is a thing with the parents.
Oh, not
These
the kids.
kids don't even know what they're saying.
Yeah. The kids. Oh no, we definitely not getting in on them kids. No, babies, man. Man, if you let.
And then I feel like young parents, when they're around each other, they're still young, easily influenced.
Yeah.
Parents. So it's like you don't want to come off like you're stiff. I'm pretty sure there's some of them there that it may have crossed their mind like, oh, this is a little whatever. But if you're amongst other people and the kids just having a good time, I can see being in that setting and young parents just looking over it and saying they just having a good time, like whatever. And it not necessarily being, and I'm not saying that that's okay, but I feel like in the real world, that's like some people are passive about certain things that a lot of us wouldn't be. So I don't think it's a reflection of overall parenting while we're all looking at this saying like, like it needs to either be edited or not played at all for sure. But I'm just really putting myself in this type of setting and in this type of setting and knowing certain people, cousins, or whoever, and I can picture them being in this type of space, and some people may have raised an eyebrow like, wait, this song here, but they like, what, just let it play. Look at them, they having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And correct any behavior that may have been taken from it later. But yeah, I could see this situation being taken lightly just because of how much fun they're having. They don't know what they're singing. And not necessarily taking this moment as a moment to correct them.
I can see that too. But if you allow kids to have ice cream for breakfast, kids will literally eat ice cream for breakfast.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I know kids listen to and can pick up on, but there was certain things that just wasn't going to come out of my mouth as a young kid and I'd be able to sing, chant, and rock out to. But you made a good point though. Younger parents, man. I think it's a combination of young parents and foolish parents. They're young and fools at the same time. So the kids, no, man, I don't want to get on the kids, but I couldn't imagine. I have a grandson now, so I could not imagine when he's old enough for him to be rocking a mic and rapping some rap song and I'd probably have an out of body experience. I would probably have an out of body experience in that moment. Like I'd lose it. I couldn't be around any other parents in that moment because, man,
most people 30 and up would though. But I just know that their parents in their 20s, they still thinking about being cool. So I can see a young parent not wanting to break the ice in the room, not wanting to, break up the fun in the room and not seem stiff or, you know what I mean? And they just kind of let it pass, let it ride because of the atmosphere.
She is parents in their 40s still trying to be cool.
It really
is. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
And then going home later and saying, now, I don't want you to do this and that again, or you know what I mean? And maybe having a moment of correction later, but just not being that one parent in the party to say like, I'm not having this. Not saying that you shouldn't. I feel like, I would probably be that parent that's like, I don't want my baby listening to this. But I don't want to completely just judge overall parenting based on this because I'm just thinking about how this could possibly just freely happen.
Right.
I'll judge overall parenting.
For me, it's one of them things like when Miles was a little kid, he knew I listened to Drake all the time. So he ran around the house, Kiki, do you love me? Are you writing? But he wasn't like doing suggestive dancing or anything. So it calculated to me like he's just heard me listen to the song. But when you look at how the little girls are moving, they're watching things. So that's what's more concerning to me because it's like these little girls are being literally exposed to it. It wasn't, I heard this playing on my mama radio.
I don't see it. I see them, like I see the girl shaking her hair around, about to fall over because she's trying to shake her beads on her hair. One
that
doing
girl,
her hands like
I'm talking about the little girl with the mic.
Yeah, she trying to do she got her legs wobbling. She trying to make something.
Yeah, she's doing like the damn thing.
I still see a little girl that's. I mean, most kids, the first thing they do when a baby when they first learn to walk, when they try to dance, what they do, spread their legs and bounce up and down.
And then
but I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. I mean, it's not okay. Don't let me be clear. I'm just saying. I'm not judging it harshly because I'm looking at them like, okay, now I would have probably stepped in the room and said, okay, let's change the song. But I just see little girls being little girls, the bouncing and everything. I just see little kids because it ain't a cute dance. It's not like she got rhythm with it. I just see the knees bopping like any baby does.
But now, hold on, wait.
It's a little bit.
It's more ratchet than that
because of the video where it comes from. She's seen it in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It ain't just little kids bopping. It's different.
Yeah, because she's doing the whole little like okay, I guarantee if I would have found a video of them, remember that video of the women that was in the restaurant in Texas standing on the tables and doing everything. It looks like a micro version of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, I don't blame the kids for it because kids are only
they just
doing what they it wouldn't matter, man. Kids are only they're sponges. You know what I'm saying? They literally monkey see, monkey do. That is exactly what we've seen the videos of the little boys, right? And they be talking like a mechanic. Hey, you got my motor, my carburetor, and he sound like an old grown man because he been around Unc and Daddy and them out there talking about motors and carburetors. Get the my power steering. That's them boys. They're sponges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is.
I guess I'm just speaking from a place of knowing that parents don't always be getting it right, and so I'm just like I don't necessarily look at this. For example, when the reason why I led with saying I was singing T-shirt and panties because I remember one of my good friends when I was growing up. We had to be maybe 6th grade, and her mom was like a mom to me. Like she did not play that. And I remember her taking us to the pool, and we were sitting in the pool singing T-shirt and panties. And she said, "Hey, y'all break it up," but it took her a while to say it because she was caught up in what she was doing. We weren't videotaping that stuff back then.
Right.
So somebody could have easily saw us bouncing up and down in the pool singing T-shirt and panties while parents that really didn't play that was sitting right there. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it could have been a teenager videotaping this for all we know.
Right. That's fair, but you also got to consider age. 6th grade, I expect that. I expect my 11-year-old to do some things I may not know about.
T-shirt and panties. Why did I even hear that song?
Because it was on the radio.
Right. Like this.
But these ain't no
11-year-olds. They like 5.
And they have access to TikTok, and most of them have their phone. Like, what's the first thing a lot of parents are doing? Handing them the phone to get them to make them chill out, or to make them, if they want to shop a little bit longer. Hey, I'm gonna be a while in this store. Take this iPad. So I don't look at this and say, even if let's all agree that their dances are sexually suggestive. They saw it. They could have seen it on TikTok. That's all I'm saying. They could have seen it anywhere. I don't think it's a reflection of parenting always.
You know what?
That is a reflection of parenting if their child has access to those things with no controls. That is a parental issue.
So wait, hold on. You made another point that I didn't even consider, Desi. So cousins, older cousins, big sisters, babysitting. Now look. We know.
I feel crazy looking at a video. I'm like, where they mama at? Like, how this guy here.
Yeah, you just made a real good point because if you got older cousins, big sisters, and they just letting y'all have fun, the only difference being
we don't know.
nobody was recording it. If we didn't have, but I know cousins, everybody liked being babysat by the older cousin. Nobody wanted to be babysat by grandma. Hell no, grandma boring. Grandma finna have y'all in there watching Murder, She Wrote and Matlock. We want with the cousin. They're gonna put BET on. So I can. You made a good point. This could be some older cousin, and I really believe it's very, very possible because an older cousin would also be ignorant enough to say, "Oh, look at this! Look at my little baby cousins," and then post it. You know what I'm saying? So,
we got these babies' faces, and I blurred out like, my mama. I blame the mama. Like she's like, oh, hell,
I know, yeah. It could have been. It's fair. That's fair.
We don't know.
Let me find them little cousins. Let me find your baby cousin Tracy. Find out your baby cousin Tracy to let them kids do that. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's definitely one of them situations, man. I saw it a couple of days ago, but then this dude right here gonna submit it. Frank, give us your thoughts on it real quick, because I know you got something to say about it.
Man, I done heard everything y'all done said. I still blame him. I don't care if it's big brother, big cousin, big neighbor. I don't care who it was. The parents still responsible because, for one, those kids know the words to the song. You got to hear something over and over again for it to stick, and for you to be able to, for these kids to be able to sing it fluently. They've heard this song on numerous occasions, so. Wherever they're at, and it looked like they're being babysat. It looked like a makeshift daycare that they just dropped off at.
Yeah.
If I was a parent and my baby was in there amongst that, when I come and pick her up, I'm knocking everything over and snatching that TV off the wall. And my baby ain't never going back there again. Like this is, it's unacceptable. And this is the beginning of the BS that we see at our ages now. Like some kids grow out of it, but some kids stay in it. And this is one of the defining moments. So if their parents are okay with this, obviously they are, because it was posted.
But what if it was posted? Like you're right. What if it was posted without? Because I remember one time my oldest daughter posted a picture of my youngest daughter, and she was shooting the middle finger, and I said, "Whoa!" And I had to reach out to my oldest daughter. I said, "Take that down." And I said, "Look, I know what young people do with pictures." I said, "There's a bunch of pictures of me grabbing my junk and shooting a do sign," and I said, "But they didn't." I said, y'all supposed to have those teenage moments to y'allself. I'm like, yeah, don't post your sister's picture with her shooting her head bird and tongue all out. Like, y'all being kids. I get it. It's the posting that makes you beg the question, who thought that was okay to post? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I want to believe that no parent posted this. I want to believe that it was somebody, baby cousin Tracy, that posted this video, because man, I can't imagine a parent posting it like that's right. I know it's possible.
I can. We went with that video last week where the lady was talking to her daughter, talking about eating a dude booty.
Wait, what?
This a couple weeks ago. It was on a live we did a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? Yeah. Man, you know what?
Her daughter was her best friend, so she.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. You know what? Let's just move it along. But man, the kids, unfortunately, the kids are out there, and hopefully, it's not ever the kids' fault. It's definitely somebody. Let's just say it's somebody older than them who is more responsible, because they're not responsible, man. You a little person, man. You let me.
Somebody asked you, does it need to be on continuous loop at this point?
I know, right? My bad. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. They're like, hey, nigga, you could have took it down by now.
We get.
But you know,
that's good observation.
That ends up on the damn dark web, and people don't realize how that kind of stuff can be affected. Everybody doing too much for likes these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what's pressing me. I mean, I came across the video of that couple who keep having babies all the time. I think they got like they got 7 children now or something.
Ooh.
And they've been accused of having babies for likes. And it's like, y'all, I mean, I don't understand. Some things should not be public consumption.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a cousin or two. Hell, I've probably been the little cousin that was doing that. But ain't no video out there. It was just like, child, Sheffy wilding, you know, stuff like that. You're right. Kids are going to have their moments. But everybody posting everything, and that's
everybody is posting everything, man. Like, man, man, listen. I was watching a lawyer, or it might have been an investigator, saying nowadays 90% of their work is done for them because everybody posts everything. Everybody posts everything. They said we go to their social media, we go start looking at their followers, we go start looking at the family. Somebody is talking about something that we looking at them for. All we gotta do is wait and see. So yeah, you know that's a big part of the problem too. Definitely, everybody got to post something for likes. Everything got to get some content because it's gonna get the views. It's gonna get the views, and definitely for all the wrong reasons. The next one us to chop it up about. Let me see. I'm trying to think which one. Okay, so I want to know: do men have a conscience when it comes to this? Video says sneaky link, but this dude is obviously on his way to cheat. So I want to know, like, do y'all believe that men actually have some sort of conscience when it comes to them about to step out and go with a sneaky link, anything? Do y'all believe we actually? No, look at Chef say, "No, I don't believe they do." I'm gonna play the video and then
I ain't saying nothing yet.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all just take a look at it. That sad ass music was the worst. So listen. I'll give my take as the resident former partaker in such things. The question is to y'all: does a man, or when does a man conscience kick in when it comes to infidelity, or does it kick in at all?
Can I go?
Hell yeah.
Okay. I don't think it kicks in, and I'll explain why.
Oh, man, damn.
I don't think most dudes see the sneaky link as something external to their family. I think for a lot of men, the sneaky link just becomes the other family. So they're just as emotionally invested with the other person. So it doesn't feel like I'm stepping out on my family. It feels like I'm going to see somebody I love or like, or like enjoy being around.
Even before they develop like that level of closeness, like when he first steps out, what do you think they're thinking when they first step out?
Okay, yeah.
I think at first for a lot of dudes, it's exciting. But then you get dudes. I think most dudes end up getting feelings because, you know, we talked about this too. When the sneaky link break up with him, he mad at everybody. Like he just got divorced. So they done broke up with him. So I think in the beginning, it's like, this is exciting. This is somebody I'm attracted to. She's actually really cool. I like her. And then at some point, it's like, oh, wait, I actually have real feelings for this woman. So I don't think it resonates to I'm stepping out on my family so much as I'm going to this other place I feel safe too.
Mm-hmm. Again, I'm gonna give y'all experience, but so go ahead, Frank D. Go ahead, Frank. Go give us the save men real quick, because I know you're gonna save us. You gonna save mankind.
No, he ain't.
What you go with?
That nigga trash.
I told you he wasn't gonna save y'all. He wasn't. Pastor is not gonna save y'all.
I never understood like the mindset that it takes to like just using this video as an example. This nigga is driving and thinking about his family. At no point did this nigga bust a U-turn. He keep driving and shaking. He's like, nigga, what you shaking your head for? You keep going. And he got no shape up.
Yeah, he got nerves.
So it's like
I've never lady house rag.
I think that has to be like something missing in your soul where you will continue on knowing that your actions can not potentially, that your action will destroy these people that you have committed to. The woman, most of all. So it's like, nigga, you are risking destroying your family,
risking it all,
and traumatizing people psychologically for that. And it's like, and you're killing yourself in the process. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's a video. It's just a skit, but I know that guilt has to be eating at a nigga that has somewhat of a conscience. Now I know there's some niggas out there that has absolutely no conscience, but for the sake of the video and conversation regarding the video, this look like a dude that has a conscience.
Yeah,
and it's eating him up, and he's still going.
He made a commitment, Frank.
He committed. He committed to get it.
He was on the way.
You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what I saw in this video? I see a man driving to break up with the sneaky link because he thinking about his family. He finna go end it. He finna end it this time. This is the last trip. This is the last trip down that road. See, and that's what he see. See, that's what actually happens. See, when you're making that ride, you feeling
link over a text, baby. You ain't
you gotta do it in person.
Now.
No, you listen. You got to do it in person because let me tell you the truth of the matter. Right? If you have a degree of conscience going on, yeah, your conscience is bothering you. And you saying to yourself, man, you know what? This is the last time, man. I ain't gonna go over there no more, man. I'm finna go end it. But you ain't really finna end it. You telling yourself you finna end it. And then when you get over there, you're gonna allow her to convince you to stick around a little bit longer. That's number one. Number two, man, listen, in order to really burn through stuff like this, man, you gotta take a couple of shots or something. You gotta they smoke something, drink something, hit something, and you do something to block. You turn some music on. You can't. You gotta zone out. You gotta mentally put yourself in a moment to where you ain't thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go ahead. Hey man, can't nobody call you. Can't your kid's favorite song can't come on. Your wife's favorite song can't come. None of that, because anything like that would. It's almost like when. I would go back to say it like this. I remember when Frank used to steal he used to throw away my rubbers back in the day. The reason he would throw them away is because I wasn't supposed to be having premarital sex. So if he saw him in my car or saw him anywhere around me, this dude would throw my rubbers away. And I'm like, man, what are you doing? So what he was really doing was he knew that in order for you to go do something, now you're gonna have to go buy some more rubbers, which is another conscious step toward doing something. That man, we supposed to be waiting on marriage. We supposed to be living right. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Child, that's when he said raw as law, wasn't it?
Yeah, there we go. That's when I said, you know what? I got something for him. That's when I said I got something for him. I said, you know what? From now on, I'm just gonna slide the way it's gonna slide. Ain't gonna let nothing go. But see, that's when you ain't got no conscience. That's when you convince yourself that, hey man, I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? But in all seriousness, man, I think some men do have a conscience about it. And I also think that some men don't. I think the men that don't see anything wrong with having something on the side. They, like Sheffy, you said, they just look at it as a part of their life. So there is no conscience about it. Those that do have a conscience, huh?
Some people think it's old to them.
Yeah, it's
a conscience, but it's more like it's not that this is okay for me to do so much as I'm in this deep at this point.
Now, once feelings are involved, now, Chef, you did make a good point. Once he feels something for that, at that point, it's a double life. So feeling good or feeling bad is no longer a factor in it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's sort of kind of where he feel he ought to be. Like up here, like he's and in the heart. He like, man, that's just my other girl, man. That's just my other family. I'm just making the rounds. It's part of life at that point. But for the sake of this video, like Frank said, he's obviously in turmoil because he's thinking about the dancing and the laughing and the stuff while he on his way down the road. Man, you like he said, he didn't even bust a U-turn. He never. He just gonna keep riding.
Can nobody could you be that good?
What you think? What you think, Desi? You think some of us men have a conscience as it pertains to partaking in these things?
Yeah, those are. I mean, I've heard of men going home and telling the truth, like they can't hold it in, like confessing right away. I feel like some men do have a conscience.
Man, boy, I know who would do that, boy. God damn it, boy! I tell you one, boy. Listen, that's why Frank he can't never do nothing ever in life.
Right.
He would not be able to listen. He will get to his house and his old lady will say, "So how was your day?" Oh my God, I can't believe I he will fall on his face. He just her saying, "So how was your day?" He gonna lose it. He gonna lose it. He's not gonna be able to. Yeah, he wouldn't.
I just come home and start putting my clothes in the trash bag.
Wouldn't be able to take it.
Wouldn't be able to take it.
I already know it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe that there are some who struggle with it there, and I also think that's why some men never partake,
right?
Because their conscience is way too overpowering. But even if the thought enter, it goes away sooner rather than later. They don't never go all the way down this road,
right?
And that's a good thing. That's the way that's the way we should operate. We obviously don't all operate on that level, man. I swear.
Right.
But
you're a changed man.
Listen. There was a point in time in life that we'll say that for another episode. Plus, my old lady be watching these, and she be watching these episodes, and then when I say something or do something, she's like, "No, I ain't gonna say that. I heard y'all talk about that on the live stream. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna do that." It was something she called me out about the other day. Oh, when we was talking about when we lose our house keys or we lose something, and the women try to help, and so I couldn't find my wallet. She said, "Well, I was gonna offer to help, but I heard what y'all said on y'all live stream, so I'm gonna leave that alone." I'm gonna start blocking her. I'm gonna start blocking her from the live streams.
We're gonna send it directly to her. Did you see the show?
Right.
Make sure you tune in.
She be and look, she don't put them on to hear me. She put them on to hear y'all. She just so happened to hear some of the stuff I say and like, oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, and then I end up getting anyway. So So I also want to ask, since we on the subject of infidelity, and Sam got us a video for this one too. Can a man handle? And I know y'all, I already know the answer from the ladies, but can a man handle when the woman gets her lick back? Can men handle? So this is a video. Y'all just check it out. This is hilarious. This is funny. Y'all check this one out. But the question is, can a man handle when women return the infidelity or she gets her lick back?
I done cheated on my girl, now I know she wants some get back. She out here trying to get a lick. Now my toxic ass can't have. So I left before she ever got a lick back. I left before she ever got a lick back. Well, I done cheated on my girl, now I know she wants some get back. She out here trying to get a lick. Now my toxic ass can't have that. So I leave before I ever have to feel that. That's right, I'll leave before I ever have to feel that. Yeah. Well, if the roles was reversed, I couldn't take what I'm dishing. If she did what I did, she gon' end up with the fishes. Heard what I said, it's gon' be some consequences, yeah. Real severe consequences. And I play with me, I don't care what I did. I'ma act a damn fool, it don't matter what I did. You won't get no get back or no lick back. I'll be gone before I ever get to feel that.
It's a bop.
That is first of all, do y'all understand how hard that hits? I'm going to get that and get it on like a 5.5. I'm gonna find the whole video, and that's gonna be my riding song. That the beat's hard, the lyrics go. You know, I feel it in my heart and soul, man. That's great. That was great.
It speaks to you.
He said he finna leave. He gonna get the hell out of there before she can get her lick back.
It's a bop for sure.
Mm-hmm. But can men handle when women get their lick back, Chef?
Men can't handle you looking at another man half the time. I mean, dudes be out here pressed during gray sweatpants season. Like, why you looking at that man? I ain't got enough for you. You know, so, and then leaving so she can't get her lick back. Even when she do out with another dude, you still gonna be hurt. So leaving don't change nothing. I don't know why it's that different for men to understand. Well, I'm gonna do what I do, but if she do it back, my chest hurt. You know, I don't get it. I don't understand why the logic doesn't kick in. But I've also come to realize that men are not logical at all. Y'all are.
Oh my Lord! Oh, here we go! God damn it!
Because
we finna kick
the
Chef
math don't math on that.
We finna kick Chef y'all way off.
Mute her mic.
Mute her.
I'm with you when you're right and not when you're wrong, and you know I am. But this is a very emotional thing. Well, I'm gonna leave so she can't get her lick back. As soon as you see her out the street out there with somebody else, your chest still hurts, sir. You still done had a heart attack and a stroke. So leaving ain't changed nothing.
You know what I think it is, man, and it's almost like, so here are two very distinct differences just on how men process it and women process it. If a man, let's just say there's been some infidelity, the man, he ain't getting his lick back, or he not on the receiving end of a lick back. Women ask different questions than men do. Men typically don't want details. I've heard men, and more than one, say to me, bro, I don't even want to ask what happened, because in their minds, they already assume she done everything. Our mind just goes there. Since we grown, everything we done did and wanted to do, that's what she did. A woman will actually ask, and they will want their worst fears and imaginations and thoughts confirmed. So then there has to be this verbal, hey, well, so did you do this? Did you do that? And she's like, well, the dude is sitting there like, why do you want to know that? And the woman will pose it as because I want to know the truth. And dudes, you know what I'm saying? I've been there before myself, and I've asked women that have been pressing their men, well, he won't tell me everything. And I would ask them, what do all those details do for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think it depends on the individual probably, but I've never known a man to want to know the greasy, like, you know what I'm saying? You've done it, you've grown. I know what you do with me, and I can only imagine what you did with somebody else. My chest hurt about it. I'm finna keep it moving. So I think when it comes to cheating in general, the reason men are so hurt is because there's that submissive thing that takes place when a man enters a woman, and your woman has given herself up to that man, and that is both infidelity. But this is why men shouldn't go down that path, because you already know as a man, it means more to you. So here's where my logic, to your point, kicks in. Nigga, you know you ain't built for that. Why would you play this game? you know you're not built for it. Why play that game? That's my question. Why? So why you gotta leave if she get her lick back? You should. You ain't built for that then. So why do it?
Selfishness and power.
Nigga think he's slicker than can grease.
I've heard men literally, and I know that video was supposed to be satire, but it's real. I've heard relationships and divorces end because the woman never cheats. The man did cheat. So the whole time he's waiting on her to get even, and he can't live right no more. He's so shook now, man. One day I know she gonna do it, man. She owe me one, man. I know. And she got you living in fear, and she ain't been more thinking about it. She done got over that, got past that, and you still over there with your chest hurt because you got caught. This why y'all women ain't supposed to catch men when they doing what they doing.
But y'all suck at it though. That's why y'all always getting caught.
Of course, man. Listen, we ain't gotta talk. Of course we do. Horrible. Then took a shower, got his edge up, and did everything, and put on some cologne, and then started an argument and said he going to hang with Corey from work, who ain't never said he going to hang with nobody from work, and he done got dressed fresh, smell good, look good, started an argument, and now he going to a bar.
But and something you just said about women wanting the details. I don't know about most women. I know for me, I don't want to know the details to confirm nothing. I want to know the details so I can ride your tail by everything you told me put in your face later. It's ammunition for me. Every detail you tell me is a new hollow point, and I'm gonna throw back at your tail later.
You can't do that. Well, you know what? No, I can't say that. I was gonna say if you forgive them, you can't. But you can't teach people how to deal with their forgiveness and grief. Yeah, you can't tell people how they got to deal with that. Everybody try to tell them if you forgave them, why you remind them? If you forgave them, why you just gotta say no, bro? Hey, man.
Forgiving and forgetting ain't the same word.
No. You gotta lay that down, bro.
Well, if you forgive them, then ideally, you wouldn't be seeking revenge.
Ideally. So
that's why if it happens, you get all that out your system before you forgive.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So go get the lick back, throw all the shots you want and everything before the forgiveness.
Yeah. Even the score.
What the hell? You believe in getting the lick back? Chanel, please don't do this. Don't do this to me, Desi. You don't believe in getting the lick back. You just gonna leave him, ain't you? Thank you. Thank you. Don't get no lick back. Don't get no lick back. Just leave them.
Oh, I don't believe in lick backs now. I don't believe in lick backs.
Oh, good.
But I do believe in petty.
Yeah.
I believe in petty.
That's no surprise.
Just
man, let me
don't do me like that, Frank.
Man, look, let me tell you. The details will haunt you. That's kind of call your little bitch drive, huh? Oh yeah. Oh, I bet you do want me to wear my hair like that because that's a little bit hair your bitch hair. I bet you do like the earrings. I saw that Instagram post in her outfit. You like red, don't you? Every when I say every little detail, every little thing. So she got those rings.
At least shortly after. Not forever, but
yeah. Maybe not for long, but yeah.
Wow, yes, you're absolutely right. Now I have played Get Back before. I was in my 20s though, but I don't believe in Get Back now.
Man, listen, you be sitting there, y'all riding somewhere, a song come on, it's a new song. When you start listening to this,
how.
When you start listening or a movie scene, let me tell you, when you done got caught up cheating, the worst scene in a movie that can ever come up is a man stepping out. You're gonna avoid those movies at all costs. Cause let that movie come on. Let that movie come on. Oh, the whole time and you sitting there like this, trying to act like you don't see her, and she looking dead in your face the whole time.
Yep.
So look like a biography. Look like a biography, boy. I'm telling you, man. Ain't worth it, fellas.
If you really trying to stay with me, you gonna let me have a good month.
You know, and I do think that's par for the course. In all honesty, if you was to ask me if one of my homeboys, man, they slipped up and they told me what happened, I'm like, you idiot. I'm like, and I would tell you, hey man, you wanted to work? Yeah, man. I said, well, you're gonna have to endure. I said, you're gonna have to endure. And when they asked me what, I said, don't worry. I said, every time she bring it up, every time she make a joke, every time she just reminds you that she still feel it in some way, form, hey man, just take it. Just take it.
Yeah, that's all you can do. That's why I wouldn't want to work it out.
Blair Nash, one of his posts, somebody posted the wife cheated. The husband was still reaming her about it 20 years later.
Whoa.
There's no way in hell I would be taking that. You got a 6 months.
He must got a bag. He must got some money. She's sticking around. She's sticking around for a payoff. Because in 20 years later, there's no way. There's no way. That's some endurance. I wouldn't be built for that.
20 years.
It sounds like that nigga called her a whore in his sleep.
I think it was like they hadn't had sex in like 9 years or something.
What?
It was a lot. And I was like, baby, why is you there?
Yeah, what's the point of sticking it out at that point?
He had to have been fun in her lifestyle.
She better learn how to be a quitter.
Yeah, man. That's borderline torture, to be honest, man. If you got to sit there and endure that, because that's emotional get back, that's physical get back. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. Nah, I wouldn't be built for that. 20 years later, you still reminding me? Nah. Now, if way down the line it's a slick joke and we can laugh about it, which I can't imagine, maybe, but yeah, that's hard. That's too much. Anyway, just let's just end it. But all right, so did y'all see or any of y'all get wind of what Taraji had to say about being paid or the lack of in the industry as an actor? I'm gonna play a little bit of it, man. Because I don't know. I'm not settled on my opinion on the matter. To me, it's a mixed bag, but I'm gonna play some of this stuff. This is somebody else's video. They kind of covered a bunch of it, and they mixed in a few other people, a few other women that have had complaints about the lack of pay for Black women in Hollywood.
We live in a world of social media and AI and all that, and this is what will endure. Hope will endure. Forgiveness will endure.
And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am.
Oprah has finally addressed the controversy over Taraji P. Henson seemingly calling her out for lowballing her. And it looks like Oprah is now doing PR damage control because she's worried people will boycott The Color Purple. In case you missed out on this drama, Taraji, who stars in the new Oprah-produced adaptation of The Color Purple, made waves by revealing she almost walked away from the project over low pay. Taraji even says she's considering quitting acting for good because she hasn't seen a raise in her income since 2018.
Another glass ceiling. When it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired.
However, when the internet started calling out Oprah and pointing out that this is exactly what Monique tried to warn everyone about years ago, Taraji hopped on Instagram to say Oprah actually supported her. But see, fans are speculating that Taraji was forced by the studio to post the message because this whole drama went down just days before The Color Purple's release date. And now Oprah herself has addressed the comment in an Instagram post. But get this, she turned off the comments, not just on this post, but on all the posts she shared for the past couple of weeks. So what's Oprah's explanation for Taraji almost walking away from The Color Purple? Did she actually support her? Or is this what her PR crisis team wants us to believe? Let's get into it.
Everyone wants to be Oprah's BFF. What makes you such a good friend?
Well, I am so supportive.
So the internet is once again turning on Oprah after she addressed the controversy surrounding Taraji P. Henson's comments about low pay, and it seems like the public has completely lost trust in Oprah. To give you some background, in the week leading up to the release of the new The Color Purple remake, co-produced by Oprah, Taraji P. Henson spoke out about pay inequality affecting Black actresses and revealed she almost had to walk away from The Color Purple because they tried to lowball her.
I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here?
And then in another interview with Oprah's best friend, Gayle King, Taraji broke down, saying she's tired of being forced to fight for what she deserves.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
And Taraji isn't the first actress to speak about this issue. Oscar winner Viola Davis previously revealed that despite being hailed as the Black Meryl Streep, she still doesn't get paid adequately.
What they're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid, well, we get probably 1/10 of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm number one on the call sheet. And then I have to go in and I have to hustle for my worth. Because once again, I got the Oscar, I got the Emmy, I got the 2 Tonys. I've done Broadway, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done all of it. I have a career that's probably comparable to Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Sigourney Weaver. They all came out of Yale. They came out of Juilliard. They came out of NYU. They had the same path as me. And yet I am nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as job opportunities, nowhere close to it. But I have to get on that phone and people say, you're a Black Meryl Streep. You are, and we love you. We love you. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, you think I'm that? You pay me what I'm worth.
And then, of course, there's Monique, one of the rare industry figures who was brave enough to directly call out Oprah and accuse her of blackballing her. In 2009, Monique made a public statement claiming that Oprah had effectively shut her out of opportunities because Monique dared to ask for compensation regarding a press tour for the movie Precious, which was produced by Oprah and Tyler Perry and directed by Lee Daniels. Oprah and Tyler approached Monique about doing a press tour abroad, but they informed her there wouldn't be any payment for this. Monique stood her ground and declined the offer, and that's when things took a turn. Almost immediately, headlines started painting Monique as someone hard to work with and labeled her as difficult. But the only thing Oprah did to address Monique's comments was to say she didn't want to address them because Monique is, quote, too negative. Back in 2018, Oprah was asked by Global Grind why she never publicly addressed Monique's accusations, and Oprah said, it's impossible. It's a law that if you meet negative with negative, you will just have a combustive negative force of energy. And back then, a lot of people believed Oprah's narrative about Monique being negative, and other industry figures publicly criticized Monique for calling out Oprah and Tyler Perry. One of them was Steve Harvey, who said on his radio show there's nothing he can do for Monique because she burned too many bridges. However, when Steve later invited Monique to his show, Monique exposed him for being two-faced and revealed that Steve told her in private he agreed with her but was too scared to support her publicly.
I got labeled as difficult, my husband and I, and my husband is Sydney, who happens to be my manager. We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels, and I said no to Lionsgate. What I would have appreciated from my brother was had you picked up the phone before you went on the air and said, Monique, you've burned too many bridges and there's nothing I can do. See, I would have appreciated had my brother called me up and said, baby, let's talk. Because you doing that was a part of me being difficult.
But not before that, though.
Yes, baby. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong, but none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus.
But now that Taraji spoke out about being lowballed on Oprah's project, fans are finally giving Monique props for publicly going against Oprah. However, the story took a different turn after social media was flooded with negative comments about Oprah. So just days after Taraji's interview went viral, Taraji shared an IG post praising Oprah and claiming she's been nothing but supportive. Taraji shared a photo of her and Oprah posing during the Color Purple press tour and wrote in the caption, Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color Purple. She has provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to us all. She told me personally to reach out to her for anything I needed, and I did. It took one call, one conversation, and one decision-making Black woman to make me feel heard. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do. However, the message didn't land with fans, and many of them are convinced Taraji was pressured to post this because Oprah and the studio were probably worried about The Color Purple flopping.
Man, so y'all, I know that was a bit long, but y'all give me y'all's take, man. Who want to go first?
I had my initial thought was, even though she's been in a lot of movies, talking about Taraji, she's still not a big name.
Right.
I don't doubt at all that Black actors, especially Black women actors, get like a fraction of what white actors get. But I was thinking that, we have that race element to it. There's systemic racism, prejudice, and all that in Hollywood attached to it. They don't even like to make Black movies because they still think that a Black movie is not gonna be a big box office draw, which Black Panther proved them wrong. But still, they still believe that an all-Black cast will not bring in the money for a big budget, for them to have a big budget film. So yes, there is some disparity there and truth to what Taraji is saying, but I was also thinking, well, maybe it's just because she's not a bigger name. But Viola Davis, as decorated as she is, man. So they ain't lying. They ain't lying at all. So I don't know what the issue with Monique and Oprah was. I ain't even know
that started from Precious.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, that jumped off from Precious is where that, because everybody when that movie, I remember when that movie came out, man, everybody talked about her performance in that movie, and they was like, all right, because people were saying that was going to be the movie that was going to put Monique on the next level, and it's like, damn, it didn't really happen. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to get somebody else take before I weigh in on it.
First of all, I find I have a hard time. It's like, why do people try so hard to be a part of that market? Like, why are you trying to be seen in that space so bad? You have the funds to create your own. Like, I mean, I can't imagine having the amount of money, like even with her being shortchanged and all of that. I can't imagine, being where these people are financially and just crying about it. Create your own. That's how Tyler Perry got to where he is, and he's the one who can blackball you. He had to work for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like he didn't ask permission. He didn't ask to be a part of somebody else's shit. And I feel like it's like, why are you on stage crying out on you using this whole press tour to cry about not being seen?
That you make a very so very briefly, me and my wife was talking about that. She echoed something very similar. She was like, why? She's like, with the money that they have, why don't they make that work? Now, if you go look at the biographies of some of these actors, right? Some of the male actors, and you go way back in their careers, a lot of them were taking pennies and stacking money. And they were making moves behind the scenes to make themselves financially comfortable enough to be able to turn down certain offers and take less for more, like to wheel and deal on their own. So to your point, at what point could she have made some different business decisions to make herself financially comfortable enough to say, oh, I ain't taking that. Matter of fact, I'm finna go produce my own thing. Matter of fact, me and my girls or me and my boys, we finna go rent somebody's space and we're gonna produce our own thing. That's a very, very valid point, because that is what Tyler Perry kind of did. He just sat down for years in Atlanta doing them annoying plays and putting them annoying movies that I didn't like them. I know I didn't like them for years and years and years, and he just kept on doing it. Could she have done something like that? I believe so.
So I address it by addressing it in a more real world situation. We see people complain about the minimum wage, right? Mm-hmm. The answer is always, well, just go get a better job or go start a business. But a lot of those people don't necessarily have the knowledge. They may have some resources, but they don't necessarily have the knowledge to do it. Somebody has to work for somebody. It has to happen. So to say, she should go start her own, maybe, yeah, but does she have the expertise for that? Because Tyler Perry was a writer. He wasn't necessarily an actor. He was a writer. So he came in with some level of expertise to get that off the ground. Taraji just started directing recently in the last maybe 5-6 years. She just started directing. But at the same token, she's done powerful enough movies to be higher than where she is. I agree with that. Hidden Colors
Hidden Figures, yeah.
Was that was an amazing film, and she was great in it. That should have been a breakout film for her. Just like Precious should have been the breakout film for Monique.
Yeah.
And Woman King was a major breakout film for Viola. But yet they still getting lowballed. There's an issue with the system. It just is. In where Black women are just not sought after for just about any role. I mean, I'm in tech and we got the same problem. It's not just this is an actress. It's not just an actress problem. It's a problem internationally. Nobody don't want to play Black women. It just is what it is. We can be talented. We can jump off the top rope, do a backspin, and cartwheel into a split, and somebody's still gonna play with our money. I find it even more troubling that Black woman, the woman behind it is another Black woman. Do I doubt anything that has been said? Absolutely not. Because at this point, Oprah probably out here coaching Beyonce, and we know how Beyonce rolls when it comes to that money. So I get it. You know, people are trying to build powerhouses. I don't know why Oprah does what she does, because at the end of the day, she don't have a family or any legacy to leave behind other than I'm just gonna go get a whole bunch of money. So I'm not sure what that is there. But what I am sure of is that Oprah has spent some time gatekeeping in the industry. And it's unfortunate because she has the power to change. She got Martha Stewart. She got more power than Martha Stewart.
Oh, easy.
And you know she got power.
Right.
But if the power isn't being used to uplift and it's just continuing the gatekeeping, it's like, okay, you just become a darker version of the oppression. That's it. You have become a champion for the things that are oppressing Black women in general. So I agree, you know, with what Taraji said, you know, well, I'm looking out for the people that are coming behind me. I also think that she was coached. Absolutely. Because how that message even came across, Taraji don't even talk like that typically. So I don't believe it. I think it was very much Oprah's team got on her like, hey, calm that down. Calm
down. We're gonna probably take care of you, but you better calm down before we don't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something to the you're biting the hand to feed you. You know,
right?
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate that we still have to. We're in 2024 now, and we're still having these conversations about Black women being worth less, even though we have more talent coming to the table. And I don't have an answer for it. I don't. I know for me and mine, I try to put people on as best I can. But I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I'm out here trying to survive the same way Taraji is at this point. So I don't know.
You know, so I think it's multifaceted. Like we gotta look at things on film in general and how, whether it's a TV show, whether it's a movie, whatever it is, just everything that's on a screen now, right? And what all drives revenue. So we know movies drive revenue, but then we know TV shows with commercial ads drive revenue. And then who is honestly looking forward to see you, the individual, and the story that you're a part of? Because it's never just the person. Like, if y'all tell me that you're making a movie, it's only a very few actors that face card alone you're going to see what they're going to be in, no matter what. That's not many. Like, I watch enough movies to know face cards, it's only a very select few. Most of them are white men, few Black men, not many Black women. Like, it's not many, right? So face card alone, very few. But what the movie is about, what genre it is in, changes that dynamic for everybody. We've seen actors that were borderline no names get into the right genre, and then all of a sudden they're one of the highest grossing. Anybody who wanted to do anything in the last 20 years, if you would have gotten the comic book movie genre in some way, shape, or form and became a staple, there is no doubt, no way, shape, or form that you would be a household name. Now, how easy or how difficult is it to get in those? I don't know. From what I understood about Marvel and DC and all those things when they first jumped off, a lot of those actors were minimal name actors. A lot of them, the Robert Downey Jr. was big. Samuel Jackson is, but they didn't get a whole bunch of names, and they didn't give those guys big contracts. Over time, go look at Robert Downey Jr.'s purse. Over time, he started becoming very, like, they had to pay him way later Early on, Iron Man, not so much. 2, 3, the Avengers, on and so forth. So I say that to say is, what genre is she in that is the genre that's going to attract eyes, minus her face? I don't know what that is, because I'm going to tell y'all straight up. I mean, I love Taraji when I see her in things that I'm interested in, but most of what she's in, I am not interested in. So how many people are interested in the movies that you're actually in? That's 1. 2, then your face card. I don't know. I have never, there's not much that and that's me personally. Maybe people, that are watching it and can weigh in on that. What does she do that you want to see? Because she does not do anything that my movie, what I like to see, she don't touch. Because if she did, I'd watch it. If she did, I'd watch it. So, I mean, and maybe those opportunities aren't available to her. Maybe she wants to do an appearance in something sci-fi or something fantasy or something, some other biopics or something more. Maybe she does. Maybe she don't want to just do borderline black exploitation, black only movies. Maybe she wants to step out of that. I don't know. Maybe they often tell black women that they don't have that same crossover appeal. Is that true? You have to ask the people that are interested in those movies. Do you mind if it's a black woman in those movies? I don't know.
And also, she's
overseas.
Oh, my bad. You finished?
No, go ahead. Jump in there.
I just realized from listening to you talk that she said that she hasn't seen a pay increase since Proud Mary. Proud Mary was a movie she starred in. How many other movies she's been in where she's the star and not the supporting actress?
Or a supporting
quite a few.
That she starred in?
Yeah.
Not Tyler Perry movies.
Acrimony.
Acrimony was a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about Tyler. Tyler's still like Chitlin Circuit of movies. So like what?
And somebody tried to compare her. This was horrible. And black women, I hate when y'all do this. And this is what black women do. I don't see a black man doing this. So I'm gonna call y'all out. Do not take Taraji and what she made in Benjamin Button, compare that to Brad Pitt and what he made. That is you kill whatever point you want to make, you detonate it with that comparison. Of course she only made $100,000 to his 10 million. He was the star of a damn near 3-hour movie, and the person who I think had the next most screen time was actually Cate Blanchett. Taraji had like 15-20 minutes in that movie. So it's like be careful with your comparisons. When people put that they chose Benjamin Button, I saw it and I'm like, yeah, she was on there for 15 minutes. Nobody watched it for her. Nobody was watching that for Taraji.
I forgot she was in it.
Thank you. So we got to be careful with the comparisons, but I don't know what movie. Proud Mary. I didn't see Proud Mary. I wasn't gonna see Proud Mary. So, what was Proud Mary about?
In that movie once.
Oh shit! See, I don't want. Well, don't get us going down the path. Don't get me going. I didn't want to see Proud Mary, so I wouldn't have saw it, no matter who was in it. There's not one.
I watch your movies when it's streaming.
So I need somebody like Hidden Figures, but it was multiple black women in that, and I love that movie. Overall, the premise, the acting, the story, the writing, everything was great about it, and everybody was great in it. Acrimony, I liked Acrimony. I liked it. I'm gonna rewatch Acrimony just to make sure she gets some money. I'm gonna rewatch Acrimony. That's what I'm gonna do. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, non-black woman supporter. You don't support your women. You don't support your women, then watch Acrimony. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. But I want sisters to steal. I want them to get their money. Don't get it wrong. But kind of like I think everybody's point is like, all right, like Desi said, hey, you complaining. Go make your own. But the Sheffy point is everybody's not capable. But I think Taraji, and I think she's older now, and she's probably looking back like,
why does it have to be? What level does it? You don't have to come out the gate with it being at the level that you're already acting on. You have to start small, but you have more control. Like I feel like that makes more sense. Versus, like, and I agree. Like Sheffy said, you know, some people have to work. Like it, not everybody is built to be an entrepreneur and all those things. But in this case, that's better than complaining. I feel like if you're proud of the body of work that you just put out, why would you use your whole press tour to complain about your whole acting career? Versus making some type, you have the control to make some type of change.
Start a podcast, girl. It's hey, I ain't making no money in it. Trust me, it ain't there yet. I can't wait to make some money in this and revenue share with all my co-hosts and
she
shit.
has a podcast.
What?
She does.
She should be making.
Yeah, she got a podcast.
So she good. She good. Oh man, I know that podcast streaming money coming in, Taraji. You tripping. You tripping. I know you getting that bag. I know you getting that bag, Taraji. But I think I know there is a disparity. I don't know what they can do about it. I really don't know.
Because maybe there's more to it that I don't understand. You know, whatever. But I just feel like, yeah.
The only way I see is if they do what this is said. It's a lot of black actors out there that should be if they handle their money right. That's sitting on some change. Mm-hmm. If they pull their resources together, we got black directors, we got black producers, black executives. Like we got enough black. Well, I feel like we got enough black people across the board to at least get it started.
Right.
That way,
especially if it's this many people complaining about it. It's like come together and make something happen. Like why y'all sitting on stages and crying?
Now, so let me back up a taste. Y'all go back, right? I need y'all to think about these names: Lawrence Fishburne, Denzel Washington, my boy Samuel. That whole generation of men all came out at the same time. And at one point early in their career, Spike Lee and all this, he was the guy making sure all those guys was in these movies. And then my man who did 5 Heartbeats, you know, Robert Townsend. Take something from the playbook. He started producing movies, and everybody, all the people we just named, he was putting all those brothers and all these black actors on back then. And then some of them spun off. The Wayne family, Waynes, they pulled all their family members and friends and everybody that spun off from there. Like, so use those group dynamics, right? To make your own films, to tell your own story. Mm-hmm. Like you have to play, and then you have to play the long game with it. Because you gotta know that the 5 Heartbeats ain't gonna do what it's gonna do in the box office. But you can't go stream 5 Heartbeats. You can't own it. I've been trying to buy a digital copy of the 5 Heartbeats. You can't just go get a digital copy of the 5 Heartbeats. It's not as easy, you know what I'm saying? They don't play that, you know. So there's ways. I think if they learn, navigate it, they can pool their resources. Her, Monique, Viola Davis, all y'all sisters, man. Hey, listen to the sound of my voice, and y'all pool y'all resources, and y'all make a movie made by y'all. And you know what? I'm gonna go to the movie. I ain't gonna sit at the house and watch it.
Support it.
Yeah, y'all build it. Y'all build it.
Party.
All right, I'm remember this conversation next time y'all talking about black men can't do something.
I'm gonna cook them too. I cook them too. See, you know what, Sheffy?
Y'all need to pull y'all resources together and stop y'all fellow men.
Hold on, wait, what'd you say? Wait,
pull y'all resources and start some programs to stop y'all fellow men from cheating. Pull some resources together. No, we pulling resources. Pull your resources together, and y'all get out here and get these young men out the street.
Now that part, but not cheating.
And fix hip hop. How about that?
I agree. I ain't finna disagree. I'm not gonna disagree a little bit, but I don't complain about these things either.
We complain about it on this very podcast. What are you talking
about?
No.
I speak on it, but I ain't finna complain like I'm. You know what I'm saying? I believe all of it needs to be addressed. You know, I believe we all need to use our group dynamic because we would support it. Man, if you told me there was a movie tomorrow with Viola Davis, with Taraji, you know what I'm saying? You know, depending on what it is, though, you're not gonna tell me it's A Color Purple. No, I'm not gonna go see y'all. No, I'm not gonna see y'all in a musical. No, I'm not gonna see A Color Purple. So that would have never got my attention. Never. Sorry, it was not gonna happen. Y'all have so it has to be something I'm interested in as well. Let me be fair. Because that's part of art, right? Part of art is you got to be interested in the art, or it's just fake. You getting like it ain't real.
Mm-hmm. So I let them have Viola Davis out here in a like black elf movie with a whole bunch of black fairies. I'm in that thing so hard.
Yeah, I mean, well, see,
sprinkling fairy dust on everybody. Hard.
I'm telling you, or if she had her own show where she's. I don't know if y'all have seen this recent show with Bryan Cranston, I think it is, Your Honor. She could do like if she did, he's a corrupt judge or something. She could do something very similar because ain't nobody denying her talent, and nobody's denying Taraji's talent either.
And Meryl Streep can't snot on cue.
Nah,
she can't pull a snot bubble like Viola.
She can't ugly cry like Viola. Viola, boy, she can ugly cry, boy. She can spin that face, boy. Yeah, boy, man.
Soul charm.
So anyway, so this segues perfectly into. I don't call this dude doctor. I do not call Umar doctor. I call him.
Why you disrespecting that man's degree?
I call him brother because I don't know if he got a real doctorate. I don't know what that is. So I respectfully call him brother Umar Johnson, brother Umar, and he's talking about. He's actually calling out the black bourgeoisie. That's what he calls himself doing. And I want to know if y'all hear this because it's funny because it comes on the back end of what we're talking about. I want to know if y'all agree with his overall take. And y'all can raise your hand and stop me anytime while it's playing if y'all want to chime in. But he's not pulling no punches. He going in. I'm gonna let y'all
I don't want us to be disingenuous as we have this 50 years of hip hop dialogue. Because I heard one rapper say, you know, he raps about crime so children won't commit the crime. No disrespect, my brother. That's a bunch of bullshit. No disrespect, my brother. That's a bunch of bullshit. You are not rapping about crime so children don't commit crime because you are not rapping about crime in a deplorable way. You are not rapping about crime in a analytical way. You are not rapping about crime in a critical way. You are rapping about crime in a glorified way. You are rapping about crime in a magnified way. You are rapping about crime in a glamorous way. You are not rapping about crime in a critical way. So we can't be dishonest. I just want y'all to be honest and say, listen, this is what we do. And we don't care how it impacts black folks. Because guess what? You are not alone. Gangster rappers are not alone. Gangster rappers are not alone in neglecting the black community. The black church does it every Sunday. The black church does it every Sunday. We give the black church $3 billion nationally every Sunday. Excuse me, $3 million. We give the black church $3 million nationally every Sunday. $3 million. Collectively, all 50 states, we give the black church $3 million every Sunday. No schools, no banks, no hospitals, no supermarkets, no distribution, no manufacturing, no employment at all. So the gangster rappers are not the only ones to blame. I blame all the black bourgeoisies. And by the way, gangster rappers, I know y'all think y'all in the hood and y'all might still be playing the hood, but y'all are members of the black bourgeoisie. I don't care if your pants sag, You are a part of the Negro aristocracy. I don't care if you smoke weed. You are part of the Negro aristocracy. I don't care if you wear Timberlands, Jordans, Air Force Ones. You are part of the Negro aristocracy. I don't care if you come into the hood to get your weed. Gangster rappers are members of the black bourgeoisie. Let's just keep it real. Because, see, they still dress like they in the ghetto, but they no longer in the ghetto. Nor do they care about the ghetto. So let me just make this clear right now. Gangster rappers are members of the black bourgeoisie. You Negroes are selfish elites. You are part of the gatekeeping elite of the black aristocracy. I don't care how you dress. I don't care how you talk. Okay? That's just the image you project. You Negroes live in white neighborhoods. Y'all send y'all kids to white schools. You shop at white stores. Ain't nothing black about you except the way you present yourself. Gangster rappers are members of the black bourgeoisie. It might not be everybody. If what I say don't apply, let it fly. If what I say don't apply, let it fly. I only mention my brother Fat Joe because I happen to like Fat Joe. You feel me? Fat Joe all right with me. I'm cool with Fat Joe. We never met, but he all right with me. That's why I mentioned Fat Joe. Not to blow him up, but to challenge my brother to think a little bit deeper. Because when he ran off his list of things that rappers do, I didn't hear a single institution except Puffy School. And that ain't Puffy School because charter schools are government funded. Government. Let me say that again. Charter schools are government funded. So you talking about Puffy School is beautiful. I'm glad it's a beautiful.
You want to say something, Frank?
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
Cool, brother. But that's government funded. That's not ours. That's the government's. Now, let me close this out. Let me close this out.
Ain't say nothing wrong to me.
He ain't lied yet.
It's the pastors and the rappers. See, the problem with the hip hop community, you guys
I agree with everything he said.
Want to be the untouchables of the black community. That's the problem with the hip hop community. Y'all want to be the rainbow gang type. Y'all don't want nobody to be able to criticize y'all. That's where the gangster rap.
Fat Joe?
Y'all believe y'all beyond.
What are you calling him out on?
No, he was just saying he because Fat Joe speaks a lot about doing better, and he's saying that y'all ain't really doing better.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all talking about it, but what is y'all actually doing? I mean, the only rapper right now that I feel like moves the way they talk as far as doing for black people, like really, I might say Killer Mike definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ice Cube wants to. He's on a bigger level, but I don't know. But I know Killer Mike recently with the interviews, with everything he's done and been trying to do in local government. Somebody mentioned J. Cole. Like there's a few, but these dudes like I don't know if you don't even call Killer Mike. Don't even say he's a gangster rapper.
Right.
Yeah. He claims another. He talks about the neighborhood and where we grew up and how we grew up. He's not a gangster rap. He don't even glorify. So what he speaks about is different. He called it a hood opera. Is that what he said or something like that? But I mean, Dr. Umar. I mean, Brother Umar, whatever he is.
He's a doctor. Give that man his flowers.
Okay, he's a doctor for real. I don't know.
Because when I put doctor on my name, I wish you would call me Sheffy.
Man, look, Chef, you got so much credibility around here. If you went and if you put Queen on something, I'm gonna call you Queen Chef. I'm gonna give you a benefit of the doubt that you can go ahead and roll with it. Yeah. Although you did not name the little fella after me, which we had discussed, and you said you would, but you kind of forgot. You know, yeah. I
never
thought you did.
no such thing.
Oh. Y'all want to hear more of what he got to say?
Is he gonna repeat himself 12 times?
Yeah, I think criticism. I don't know who the hell told y'all that, but the gangster rappers, the hip hop community, they think they are beyond accountability. You're not beyond accountability. you will never be beyond accountability. So y'all can stop all that. Because some people say that they belong to the hip hop community, but they don't participate in the black community. That don't make no damn sense. The black community gave birth to hip hop. What do you mean you belong to the hip hop community, but you don't belong to the black community? You want to be accountable to hip hop, but you don't want to be accountable to black people. Anybody talking like that need to be put on the island and left there. See, we need to buy us an island. We need an island for Negroes, a Negro island where we can banish Negroes who are no longer productive to the black community. And I'm not just talking about rap.
I'm gonna let Dr. Umar. He didn't say nothing wrong.
None at all.
He didn't say nothing wrong, man. He took the church and he basically took the money makers by and large on the organizational side. I mean, he took them to task. I couldn't find anything wrong with it.
No, they need to be challenged.
I mean, from my gathering from what he's saying is, you know, y'all have made money off the black community, but then y'all turn around and don't want anything to do with it. But I don't necessarily feel like that's just, bless you, son. I don't feel like that's just a black thing. I think anybody making money off the black community should support it. Anybody. And who I'm talking about is the organizations in our communities that aren't necessarily black. Asian stores, everybody making money off the black community is responsible for assisting. If you open up a store targeted, 99% of your target audience is the black community, you have a responsibility to help the black community.
Yeah.
Period. But you know what? What you saying, Chef? Let me tell you now. What you saying is what Dr. Claude Anderson been saying for a long time. He was like, "Yo, if you're gonna do business amongst us in our communities, you gotta pay to play. Yeah. If you're gonna get contracts that service our communities, you gotta pay to play. We gotta be the first." But I think that's also on us to become the power brokers in our own communities, to go to people and say, "Oh, you can't set up shop over here unless you make sure we good. Oh, this your store?" And I walk in your store and you're in the black community, but I don't see nobody black working in there. "Oh, bro, nah, hey man, we can't go there. Yeah, I know they food good, them wings good, you know what I'm saying, them crab legs good, everything in there good. We like it, we love it, but I ain't see no black person working in there. Hey, bro, we can't go up in there." That'll fix that real quick. It will fix that. Trust me.
But we need to be fixed as a community as far as where we live. We need to be fixed, because as long as there's a good that we have an interest in and we don't mind spending our money on, we're not going to question anything beyond those products. As long as we're being serviced and we're able to consume, then we're not gonna question. Damn, I'm starting to sound like Umar now. I'm gonna repeat myself. Damn, Umar got me. But yeah, man, it's our mentality as a whole, to where we become so accustomed to consuming that we have no interest in building. So if somebody comes along and builds something and we're able to feed off of it, then we're just gonna keep going to that source. You know what I mean? So my thing is, where are people that are willing to work? I don't think we have enough men that are willing to work. And yes, I know about Rosewood, Black Wall Street, and Old Lake Lanier and all that
it's
stuff.
Glenwood, child. I mean Greenwood.
Greenwood, yeah. So yes, our ancestors did that before, but they had a different type of mentality which fueled them to do that. Mm-hmm. But now that we've become so used to things being given to us, we're waiting on somebody to provide instead of providing for ourselves. And if we don't, if no one is providing in our immediate area, then we go out to where provision is made, and we start consuming their resources, which in turn is putting money into their economy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I know, you know, in history we talk about white flight. That's also a black flight. We run from each other.
Yeah.
You can say the whole word.
Yeah. Yeah. You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Black people will quickly say, I don't want to live around no black people. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, say that one more time. Like, what? For real? You don't, okay. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you tell me you don't want to live around crime, I understand that. There's a lot of black neighborhoods or a lot of black parts of town that aren't overwhelmed with crime. Now, does it have all the bells and whistles as the other side of town? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't. But if we just would support it and build it and stay in it, we wouldn't have these problems. Me and Frank talked about this a while back, man. In Atlanta, when basically we thought, I don't know if it did close, but I remember at one point in time we had a conversation. We like, man, they about to close Golden Glide skating ring, and I was like, man, that's messed up. I said, yeah, it is. I said, because we left. I said flat out. I said we left. I said we all moved away from that side of town that we grew up in. I said, but had we all stayed put, came back, got married, stayed in those same neighborhoods, our kids would have went to those same places and same establishments for another generation and kept those businesses open. But we got a little money, moved a little further out. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you do, I know sometimes your careers take you where they take you. I do think when that happens, when your careers take you away from where you are, I would urge black people to consider if you live in Atlanta right now and a job is going to take you to California, if you can find a black neighborhood in California, please do. If you can find a black neighborhood in Texas, please do. Wherever you go, at least consider going from there to there, because they need, even just visually, honestly, sometimes just visually seeing black professionals and a black family dynamic in your local area makes a difference. I mean, you can't tell me how often it is to see a black man in the store with his children in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Or see a black mom, you know, at a game with her children, or see a black mother and father at the game with their children, or at the PTA meeting. Mm-hmm. You know, so even just being visually present, that makes all the difference in the world. But like Frank said, boy, we talk about white flight. There's been a such thing as black flight too.
Falling right behind white folk.
Mm-hmm. Trying to go where they at.
I mean, society as a whole is getting dumber. This isn't necessarily just a black thing. If you look across all races, they're experiencing some of the same issues. And this is the social experiment of social media has actually led down to the dumbing of society in general. So we're out here looking for these warriors to come in and say, well, things have to change. But we have to also factor in they have been brainwashed. Period. Social media has brainwashed a generation. Now, us that came before social media, we're kind of on the fence, but some of us have fallen into it as well. You got to think about the relationship dynamics that are talked about by and large on social media, people out here really thinking that's the majority. Like the majority of Black men are dating white women. The majority of Black women are selling pee. This is what is seen because people think, well, it's on social media. It's got to be true. And it's like, no, largely a lot of people on social media are living parroted lives based on what the algorithm tells them they should want to see.
Mm-hmm.
This and it didn't just start with social media. I think it honestly started with reality TV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then it just snowballed from there because now we're seeing these dynamics that parrot things we think, but nobody's actually checking to see if they're real. So when we're navigating, okay, what needs to change, access to information needs to change in a way where the messaging, the positive messages that have been abandoned from these platforms need to be seen. People, well, I don't get on social media no more. It's too negative. It's too this, it's too that, too that. So all we're left with is the other stuff that serves no actual purpose for us because the people that are doing the work, they don't publicize it. And I get it. Right. People are like, well, I don't want to be celebrated. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. But seeing that work is the change because we know the work is happening. We know what's happening. Because it would be way worse if it wasn't. But we aren't talking about it enough. So I think just with them little girls watching TikTok and everything, they're seeing booty shaking and all that on TikTok. Why they ain't seeing, cooking shows and engineering and all of these positive this positive imagery that we have as a community, but it's just not readily available to us. Why haven't we done enough in that to make sure we are putting out positive messages? You can go on any platform right now and see Black men don't cheat all over everywhere. But how many of those same posts are Black men are great fathers? There's some, but nowhere near where it needs to be. Or, not all Black women that have degrees are out here trying to run their men. It's just a lot that can be done, and a lot of it comes from access to information. We're not going to get the warriors we need to enlist the change we need if the information isn't put out in a way that people can consume and then turn around and be positive. So I'm still waiting on Umar's school and all, but I don't disagree with anything he said. Yeah, because here you have a group of people who were, at one point hip hop was just telling the story. Now hip hop is glorifying it,
and now it's right. And now it's dictating. You know what I'm saying? The movement in a certain group of young people. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, people are getting dumber. So you think if he talking about moving a pack, you think you can go move the pack because somebody talked about moving the pack. He didn't tell you that he was lying and he ain't never moved the pack. And everybody that has moved pack, 98% of them are in prison, dead or something. You know what I'm saying? But that don't sound good. That don't hit as good in the bar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's dead.
What is it about us that we want to hear? That we want to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, I know most of them say, well, it's just entertainment. It's no different than watching a rated R movie and gangster movies and all that stuff.
It's propaganda.
I think you saying, what is it about us?
Yeah, what is it about us that makes us? Because I ain't gonna sit here and act like I don't listen to secular rap. I still listen to all my old music from the 90s and early 2000s, and it's entertaining. Yeah, it's entertaining. But what about it other than the beat and the rhythm and all that stuff. All right, so I'm gonna answer my own question. The whole production value of that music. So it's not the content of the music, but the work that was put into making it. I like the beats. I like the intricacies of the beats, the different sounds that are pulled together to create one sound. I like that artistry.
Right.
The ability to manipulate words, to connect words to produce a what's the word I'm looking for?
Basically a picture, a movie, a story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think the artistry of it, where we're drawn to the artistry, but then the content. Why are we drawn to some of the content? I believe that's multifaceted. I believe some of us are drawn to the content because we know there's reality in some of the content, and so it's not that it's glorified. Is that there's reality to it, depending on what era you came from and where you grew up and what you've seen, right? I believe that's a story being told, and you like, man, I understand that from an eyewitness standpoint or living through it standpoint. So I get that. When Killer Mike was talking about junkies, we understood that because we've had those in our family. We've seen them in our neighborhoods. We've been victims of it in some way, shape, or form. We've watched the downfall of participants. So we're not shouting from the rooftop that that's a good idea. So I think to a degree, we're drawn to that because we can identify with it. Mm-hmm. I think it's the fact that, yes, we can identify. Now, if you can't identify with it, I think those are the people that are drawn to the movie, to the, oh, that looks fun. Oh, that looks like something I wish I experienced. Yeah. And we're like, no, those of us that grew up in some of those places, like, no, you don't want to experience it.
Yeah, you don't want
that. but then there became this wave of, well, you ain't real if you ain't lived it. So what did that do? That had little young dummies whose parents did everything they could do to get them up out of that. They wanted to go try to prove something by living that. So
staying on business.
Art imitates life. Art imitates life, and then life imitates art. And so is it gonna run? Listen, man, rock and roll, bro. I don't know how many of y'all listen to rock and roll. Go listen to Alice in Chains and Rooster by Alice in Chains. Man. You know what I'm saying? That's a gangsta ass song. That's a gangsta ass song if you go listen to Rooster by Alice in Chains. You're like, yeah, here Rooster by Alice in Chains. He thought, hey, baby, yeah, here come Rooster. He said he's referring to himself, but he ain't like they trying to come for the Rooster. But he like the Rooster got the gun. I ain't finna die. Like, hey, here come the Rooster, but he ain't gonna die. Like he going in on that song. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's talking about going to war. Talking about a woman, leaving a woman. So it exists in other forms. It just seems that hip hop gets the most attention, and I'm not excusing hip hop. I'm not excusing rap, but I think because it's the youngest of the genres, it gets the most attention. And Black people have this ability to popularize anything. So when we make it popular, man, they talked about Lexus. They said Black people in the hip hop community built the brand Lexus and sunk it. Yep. They built it up when they talked about it and hyped it, and they sunk it by saying, yeah, oh, you still driving a Lex. Now I'm in the beat. Like dudes started dissing Lexuses. Like, and now you dissing dudes for driving a Lexus. That still ain't a cheap car. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, it ain't nothing but a souped up Toyota.
That's it. It's a luxury line Toyota. That's it.
People just found out that Lexus and Toyota was the same company.
Man, I knew that forever ago. I let people make it. I let people make it when they listen, and they're like, "Well, it's a foreign." I say, "Okay, it's a foreign, just like a Toyota's foreign. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna play that game. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna play that game, a Honda's foreign too. That's a foreign
I had a
too.
Kia,
Are we
and
finna
I
do
would
that?
tell people I was pulling up in something foreign. It's a Kia. It's foreign.
Yeah, and you wasn't lying either. You know what I'm saying? so I believe, man.
My little Honda.
Hey, it's foreign.
Man. It's foreign, nigga.
It is.
Yeah. So I mean, we listen. So I believe, man. Yeah, we are attracted to the negativity, but I think we're also attracted to positivity. I think human nature as a whole, not just us. Human nature as a whole is more attracted to the negative narrative than the positive. The movies that hit the hardest are always the ones with the most sex and violence.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah.
It don't matter what race, what genre, what group. Man, bro, what's the most ranking, most popular form of animation right now? It is the darkest, most destructive, most violent Japanese anime. It kills every, and they don't pull no. Yeah, bro. That stuff make you lose sleep. But you sitting there watching it like this. Sitting there watching it like this. Man.
It's some wrong nigga over that one.
So I'm saying, so I think it's part of human nature that we are drawn to that negative stuff. Not black, black and not. But I think in the United States of America and even for the diaspora as a whole, the consequences for us are more than for others because we're not like that. We're not what we need to be as a whole. So the negative consequences affect us more.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we can't afford to do what everybody do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Sheffy, she got us a little Cat Williams. She suggested it. Now, Chef, I don't know if y'all seen this Cat Williams Club Shay Shay.
This one you talking about?
Do you want me to? Yeah. Do you want me to? Y'all want me to power some of that up, or you want me to power up the video you submitted?
It don't matter to me.
Where's Sheffy go?
Sheffy.
Yeah, yes, she is. All right, I'm gonna see what he's talking about on Club Shay Shay real quick, man. I already know.
You ain't seen it?
I already know. No, bro. I ain't seen what he's talking about on Club Shay Shay, but I already he got a drink in his hand. That pretty much tells me all I need to hear. He got a drink in his hand.
I'll just say he's real relaxed.
Who?
Man.
Cat Williams.
Oh. That's what
I gotta watch the whole interview, but when he started watching, I was like, yeah.
All right. Let me see if it let me share it.
I can't hear nothing.
Want a slice? Got the price, that's why all my life I've been running all my life.
Y'all got
welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, the guy that's stopping by for the drink today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna love him. Some call him the great.
This thing be tripping when I be trying to screen share sometimes. So hold on. See if it'll allow it. It might not allow it. Let me see if it'll allow it.
One of the greatest comedians, dead or alive. One of America's greatest entertainers. One of the funniest on the planet. World-renowned, multi-talented, a comedy legend. He's touring. He's the top comedian selling.
Yeah, this thing this gonna give me some problems. I can already tell.
You want to go to the next video?
Yeah, because I believe it's gonna trip. Hold on. See if I can. I should have downloaded the whole thing. All right, hold on.
selling out arenas. He's a hilarious storyteller, Emmy Award-winning actor, voice actor, rapper, writer, producer, director, icon, genius, national treasure, philanthropist, humanitarian, social activist, a father, one of the great funny men of our generation.
It's gonna have moments like that.
Don't worry about it then.
Yeah, it's son of a bitch. Yeah, it ain't gonna let me do it successfully. I already know. I might drop it. I'm gonna see if I can hijack it and drop it into the group during the day tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the other one that you you presented for a chef. Hold on one second.
Which one I did?
But this one ain't just about Cat. So Cat Williams in this one, I mean, we got to go back when we remember Cat Williams was talking about a lot of stuff in the industry. Yeah, a lot of stuff in the industry for a while back. And I mean, I remember when Cat came out, everybody was talking about him being on drugs and all this. And look, just because a person high don't mean they a lie.
That'll be on a t-shirt.
We like hey man, that's a bar. Hey, for real. Because look, bro, them lowered inhibitions, sometimes that's why they telling the truth.
I mean,
they are emboldened at this point. Now, you know what I'm saying?
As we delve into the tumultuous journey of Chris Kelly, it's crucial to connect the dots between his personal struggles and the unsettling allegations brought to light by Cat Williams. While Chris battled the demons of addiction behind the scenes, Cat Williams stirred the pot by suggesting that Diddy and Jermaine Dupri may have played a role in causing trauma to Chris Kelly and other young male artists. The whispers of inappropriate actions and violations resurfaced, putting a new lens on the tragic events surrounding Chris Cross. So as we navigate the ups and downs of Chris Kelly's life, the plot thickens with Cat Williams shining a spotlight on potential dark corners within the music industry.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri, king of the pedophiles, if you ask me, baby.
As we navigate the web of rumors and allegations surrounding Jermaine Dupri, it's crucial to connect the dots between Cat Williams' bold statements and the intriguing twist added by Bow Wow. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Cat Williams didn't hold back, publicly labeling Jermaine with a derogatory term in a 2011 video where he took shots at various personalities, including Diddy and Steve Harvey. Back then, many brushed off Cat's claims, attributing them to potential intoxication. Recent comments that emerged on the video tell you everything that you need to know about Cat and his forecast. Cat was trying to tell us 12 years ago, and the way this video has aged is insane. Everything is really being exposed now. They tried to dismiss Cat as being crazy. Dude was telling us the truth all along. Surprisingly, Jermaine didn't respond or take legal action against the comedian, leaving fans wondering about the truth behind the accusations. The plot thickened in 2018 when Bow Wow, also mentored by Jermaine, teased cryptic tweets that hinted at undisclosed secrets. With the recent spotlight on allegations against influential figures like Diddy, fans are now casting a skeptical eye on Jermaine and others in the industry. It's a tangled tale of rumors, unanswered questions, and a growing sense of skepticism surrounding the once glamorous world of mentorship in the music industry.
I remember watching Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I'm filming this, and it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man. And I look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is. The sex lady. The sex lady. I see Dr. Ruth. I said, Miss Ruth, could you please come over here? This guy by the name of Sean P. Diddy Combs. I need you to come meet him. I need this for my camera. Dr. Ruth and Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel pool, dancing, doing their thing, right?
Now, if the mere mention of Puffy Flavor Camp doesn't send chills down your spine, the jaw-dropping stories shared by celebrities about their time in this camp will undoubtedly leave you in shock. One of the stars who lived through the Puffy Flavor experience was none other than Usher. From a tender age, Usher was groomed to become an R&B sensation, And in 2016, he spilled the beans to Howard Stern about the eye-opening year he spent living with Puff Daddy at just 14. Usher didn't hold back as he shared, "I got a chance to see some things. I went there to see the lifestyle, and I saw it," during his first Stern Show interview. The revelations about what went down behind the scenes at Puffy Flavor Camp are enough to make anyone do a double take. It's a peek into the stark reality of the price of fame, as witnessed by a young Usher navigating the glitzy yet complex world of the music industry under the guidance of Puff Daddy. Now, let's unravel the fascinating saga of Usher's unique education in the infamous Puffy Flavor Camp. The story kicks off when a teenage Usher wowed music bigwig L.A. Reid with his musical prowess, earning himself a ticket to New York to live with none other than Puff Daddy during the peak of Bad Boy Records.
Yeah,
Usher spilled the tea.
So I mean, I can stop right there because it is long. But why did he have to go live? Man, I remember when I heard about that. Why did he have to go live with him?
That's how grooming works.
Like,
cut them off from everything else.
Okay, no. Why were the parents okay with him going to live?
The same way they okay with their daughters doing it.
Going to live with R. Kelly. Huh?
Usher went to go live with Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he talked about it like that. You know, that's when he was talking to Howard Stern about the things that he saw, and he laughed and giggled about it, but it wasn't laughing and giggling because it got very straight faced in that interview too. Like, yeah, I saw some things that at that age I shouldn't have seen. And then in the beginning of the video, you know, they were talking about Chris Cross. And Cat Williams said some things about Jermaine Dupri. Man, look, bro, it is starting to get like, bro, is anybody?
Justin Bieber has talked about it. Somebody just said in the chat, Justin Bieber has talked about some of the stuff that happened to him as a kid. You got B2K that has come out about stuff that happened in the mix with Marcus Houston. It's like Hollyweird is on some real child pedophilia mess, and it's
like the guys that don't so I think it's two parts to this, man. I think for everyone that does get down, there are those that don't.
Right.
However, I think that a lot of those that don't try to turn a blind eye to it because they want to do their thing over there, and that's business. Corey Haim, what is it? Not Corey. It was somebody. It was Corey Haim or Corey Feldman or somebody was talking about how those young white boys in Hollywood that were being messed with. It was one particular young white guy, and he said, "Oh, I knew what was going on." He said because they would invite us to these pool parties, and he said we would get invited to these pool parties, and it's all these execs, it's all these directors, it's all these older white men. It's very few women around, and all the boys are in pool. Yeah, Corey Feldman. It was Feldman.
Mm-hmm. It was Feldman.
And he said they were in. He was talking about the boys being in the pool. Now, the names of the boys that he could have talked about, he was like, I mean, you flip a coin, it's half of all of us that is addicted. But he said what happened was, he said, I was not with it. He said, so when I made it clear that I wasn't coming to this party and getting into my swim trunks and going to get in the jacuzzi with a bunch of execs, they told him to go home. Like immediately, guy, go home. Now, they didn't press him to do nothing, but they pretty much shunned him like, all right, get out of here. Mm-hmm. You know, and he said, and back then, you had to be willing to stand up and say, nope, I'm not participating, and just let the chips fall where they may in your career.
And they try to make him out as a drug addict and crazy, and he was speaking about that a long time. And Corey Haim was the one that was with him. They were, you know, the two Corys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he wound up killing himself. The other Corey.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's a lot to it, man. They talked about it. It's like, man, it was very few. I mean, and you gotta you got to go back to Kurt Cobain, and you understand why, Kurt Cobain, what did he know about some of his favorite friends in the industry? You got to remember, rock stars and young talented actors, they were all mixing and mingling, doing their own thing. And I'm pretty sure, think about it, man, you're a rock star and you find out your homeboy who's an actor, he tells you a story about some dude. This stuff bleeds into these other industries and affects people a certain kind of way, man.
Yeah.
And so
it's a lot. It's a lot.
And so the hip hop side ain't far from it. The hip hop and R&B side, it's like, damn, y'all too.
Yeah. I was listening to Noriega one time, an old interview he did. And he said that he was at a party, and this is right before he fell off from rapping. He said that on the left was a door to a room that they was doing X, Y, and Z in, and there was a door to the right. In that room, they were doing X, Y, and Z. He said, man, I kept straight. And so shortly after that, nigga wasn't making no music or nothing.
Because if you don't participate, it's like man,
Donnell Jones has talked about it, all of that.
Yeah, if you don't participate, then you ain't down, then that means you're gonna probably tell on us. So we got to get rid of you. We can't have you, man. The things that you have to do to be successful without all of the other stuff. I mean, think about, now Ice Cube, his name hasn't come up in it, but think about just the contract situation with NWA. He was the only one in the group not willing to sign a contract. See, so it almost seems like in any situation where there's predatory behavior, whether it's money, sex, drugs, or anything, it's only like one person we ever hear about that's willing to say, nah, I ain't with it. Everybody else, they're willing to get down because they want to get put on.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, man, that a lot of them don't come from a lifestyle of privilege. So when they see something that looks like their big break finally, then they're gonna compromise some things that they otherwise wouldn't be into under different circumstances. So you might have these young folk looking at, am I gonna go back to poverty, or I'm gonna go into this room and have my future secure financially?
And a lot of them, their parents put them up to it.
Yep.
Wait, am I gonna go back to poverty, or am I gonna go in this room and secure my future financially? Damn, boy. Woo! Woo!
So I imagine they started to remember them hungry nights. They had to go to bed. They had to go to bed and wait to eat lunch at school tomorrow, because some of them, the only time they ate was at school.
Yeah.
So you got this nigga telling you, hey man, you do this, and I got this much money waiting on you. Is more where that came from. It's all you got to do.
Man, it's so, they can't have thought that this stuff was going to stay a secret forever. They can't have actually thought that.
Absolutely, because money is power, and they think if somebody lording money, they can control the narrative. But you got to think what has happened in the last few years that has changed the music industry. People ain't going to get contracts no more. They just putting their stuff out there.
So I want to back up something real quick. I think they never thought that, okay, so let's take two big names off the top. Nobody ever thought Bill Cosby was going down. Nobody ever thought Harvey Weinstein was going down. Big names, like big names, right? Think about those, right? And we kind of all knew R. Kelly was going to go down because he was got just bold and disgusting. We knew that was coming, but nobody knew what was going on with Cosby unless you knew. And with Weinstein, an allegation would pop up and it would just go away. It would pop up and go away. But he owned so many publications. He owned so much and had so much influence, he could shut it down. But eventually it's going to. So I'm just thinking, man, you must be a predator on a different level well, no, you couldn't have seen that stuff coming because this only happened, like you said, Chef, over the last couple of years. So a lot of the things that these guys have done, they did these things before Cosby and Weinstein and before. So they had already sowed them seeds. So but you had to be nervous then, bro. You had to be nervous then if you whoever you were, Diddy, all of them. If you've done something, bro, if you have done something, I don't know if you did something, your time is coming. You don't have enough. You might as well start writing checks now. If you have done something, you can't just write checks to the victims. You got to write checks to everybody who was ever at a party.
Mm-hmm. You got to remember, Cassie only came out with hers recently because of that new law.
Yeah.
So the comeuppance is coming. Whew. For a whole lot of folk, and being where we are with social media as a medium, the information is gonna get out so fast. There's no
so
stop.
Fast.
Now, you ain't gonna be able to Weinstein out of that.
I got a question, y'all. I got a question, and I was gonna pose this one because I don't know if y'all heard y'all boy King Academics. He's been charged with he got his security footage at home got seized because a sexual assault took place at his property, and the woman was saying he did it, but he was like, I ain't did shit. And the tapes he said the tapes confirmed that he's in the clear. And I went and watched the whole interview, saw the text messages and everything. It don't look like he did anything, but something happened. This woman is claiming something happened on his property. But here's my question. If a man or woman, but the men are going down in droves right now. If a man is innocent, but a woman says he did so what do you do if you're not guilty? If you're 100, if you never put your hands on this woman, but she just say it, and it's out, and it's on Twitter, and it's on Facebook, and it's on Instagram, and what do you do other than sue?
That's all you got.
Yeah,
that's like that. You because
your boy Majors, he ain't touched that woman. He scared her and still caught a charge.
Yeah. So what do you do other than sue? I've seen a few people. I've seen a few men countersue real quick. But what do you do other than sue?
That's all you can do.
But ain't that unfortunate? Think about that.
Really.
Like, ain't it unfortunate that if I ain't even, like, technically speaking, a woman could pop up right now that I never touched, never, and say he did this. I'm like, I don't even know you, man. Yeah, you did. We remember that time. Like, no, there was no time. Well, I said it. Now I gotta argue it.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that'll save you is if she had absolutely no record, no proof that y'all even crossed paths. So if there's no text messages, no pictures together, no anything, it'll be hard for her to prove that y'all even know each other.
But nowadays that might not even matter. So I mean, I'm a proponent of suing people, and that's what the problem is. People haven't been on the other side of a suit enough.
Yeah, you would have to actually be innocent and instantly countersue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Can't sit on it and think it's gonna go away. Like, no, man.
Instantly you are not able to just say, hey man, she lying. No. You gotta turn around and
proof.
I don't know. In the rest of that video, there was somebody who joked about Jimmy Kimmel. Aaron Rodgers joked about Jimmy Kimmel being on the Jeff Epstein list. Jimmy Kimmel said, hey, I don't know that guy. I've never been to anything that guy's having, this, that, and the third. And he said, Aaron Rodgers saying that puts my family in danger, blah, blah, blah. And if something else comes out of his mouth, we'll be taking legal action. Quick. He's saying my name ain't gonna come up because it's not possible for it. But the fact that he even joked about that, because when Aaron Rodgers said it, he was giggling and sniggling, and the other people were too. Jimmy Kimmel said, "No, we're not finna play that game. I will sue you." Aaron Rodgers, my bag definitely bigger than yours. NFL quarterback, you don't want this smoke.
I don't blame him. Because
so that's the way you have
gotta do, man.
People believe accusations from the first time it hit. As long as if it's on social media or you can Google it, it must be true.
Mm-hmm.
They don't research nothing. They just read headlines and they full steam ahead with it. As long as it's sensational.
This is why you got to keep your attorney. You may not have him on retainer, but hit him up. Hey man, I need you to send an email for me. I'm gonna need you to send an email for me. He go $1,000. Handle that. Because people do back down. You get enough attorney. People just ain't been sued enough. Or people would close their mouths because everybody, well, let me get out here and say what I'm gonna say because it's gonna go viral, and you can't really stop something from going viral. So I'm gonna be the made my bag because it's gonna go viral. All right, go on and run me that though. Go on and run me that because I'm suing you. Period. So that's how in a lot of cases when they don't respond like Jimmy Kimmel did, it's probably true. And there's probably evidence.
Yeah, I tend to lean that way too. Because if somebody came out and said something that was just absolutely false, I'm just, my defense is the truth. All right, since we're gonna play that game, I'm gonna tell the absolute truth. I would tell the truth even if it's gonna be damning. I'm like, no, I wasn't with that woman because I was over here with this woman that I shouldn't have been. So that woman is lying. For real.
I mean,
I was here, or I was, what I'm saying? I remember there was what movie was that? It was Devil's Advocate. When he was talking to the dude and he said, well, you wasn't killing this woman because where were you at? And he was like, well, I was such and such. He said, oh, so you was having an affair. He said, so well, we're gonna bring that up. He said, why would you tell? He said, because as long as you're cheating on your wife, you couldn't even kill her. And the dude's like, well, yeah. So you trying to hide one dirt? Which one you want people to know?
I'll take the lesser dirt.
Because ain't nobody trying to go down for no murder.
Yeah, man. So
too. I remember that scene.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's getting hard out here, man. But
I believe everything Cat Williams said he did. And you even look at the whole TD Jakes situation. I don't know if you got this pulled up, but you saw he responded to the accusations. And he
I saw he said he wasn't finna. Yeah, I saw he said he wasn't finna spend no time in the pulpit refuting a lie.
True. All I gotta do is repent.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. No, he didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yes, he did. He literally said that if it was true, all I gotta do is repent.
I mean, technically, he's right. But that's
how you know he did it.
Wait. Hold on now. I gotta go see that part, but hold on. Now, depending on what you did, big dog, because you just repenting ain't gonna keep you out of prison. You know what I'm saying? It might get you to the kingdom.
Well, I mean, he a power bottom. He want to go to prison.
Oh shit!
Let me stop before I get sued.
Yeah, I know. Damn, we ain't got it like that. Damn,
two Tesla's gone.
Damn, yeah, them Teslas out of there. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, hope, yeah, man. People, man, be willing to sue back, man. Be willing to let them people know, hey, get up off me. You finna don't come play this game with my name. That's what people got to be willing to do.
Exactly.
But I definitely believe Cat Williams was telling this stuff years ago. A lot of it is just circling back. A lot of these names is popping right back up. You know what? It's a matter of, if you are doing some shit, it's a matter of time before it comes full circle. But you know what? And this is the last thing I'm saying. You know what? Interestingly enough, when you look at a lot of this stuff, I hate to say it, man. The men that are married and have been married for a long time, I don't see their names come up as much. But these lifelong bachelors, P. Diddy's a lifelong bachelor.
Yeah.
JD, he's a huh?
P. Diddy ain't never been married, has he?
A lot of these,
been married.
A lot of these guys' names that be popping up be lifelong bachelors, and I don't hate to say, because it's truth to it. This is why you don't find presidents of the United States that are bachelors. This is why you don't find most leaders of Fortune 500 companies that are bachelors, because y'all bachelors are most likely going to be participating in a little bit too much. Y'all going to be doing a lot. But when you got an old lady, you know, your ass that can take half of everything, you going to sit down somewhere.
We'll tighten up.
You gonna sit down somewhere.
Bill Cosby was not a lifelong bachelor.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't. But he was just overall lie. I mean, but they were getting him for stuff. The stuff they was getting him for, was he married during that time, or some of it was he married during that time?
Because him and Camille were together for a minuet.
Oh, okay. I was trying to think. Was he partying? Because they got him for stuff when he was
partying
too.
I think.
Yeah. I think it bled.
You got to think about the Quincy Jones stories.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor and Pamela Greer. It's black folk been wilding for a while. This ain't new. It just seems like anytime they get famous, this is what happens. And this, you know, you've been hearing about it as far back as what, the 40s? Little Richard and them have talked about stuff.
Yeah. Listen, I don't care what you do as long as you participate with adults. Real talk. I don't care what you do as long as you're doing it with other grown people.
Yeah.
Leave the children out of it. We're gonna clown you when we find out you live in a double life, you're a man and you're a power bottom or a power topper or whatever we're gonna clown that. But when you start involving young people and children and abusing women, you know what I'm saying? At that point, okay, that's not cool.
Right.
And what's crazy to me, these power dynamics, when they talk about P. Diddy and the stuff that he had Cassie doing, like the power dynamics, I understand the power dynamics that men like to play with, but you can go get women that play that game. They really about that submissive, I'll do what you say, embarrass me in a moment life. But I think the real power that they like to exercise is somebody who they know is not really a willing participant.
Breaking them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't want to participate. You know, because you don't get no thrill out of this. I only get the thrill out of this. That's like the ultimate power move for them. So that's why they roll like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So yeah, this is our first one back in 2024, y'all. We'll be back next week.
The clock start? I mean, does the count start over? Is this episode 1?
Hell no, this is episode 45. We're gonna keep it rolling. Baby.
45. Yeah. Dang.
45, man. Yeah, man,
we've been at this for over a year now, man.
Over a year now, man.
I was pregnant when we started.
It does not feel like it.
I had muscles. I had muscles when we started. Now I'm just like I'm getting skinny and shit. I gotta get back in the gym. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming.
Frank got his new gym now, so he out there.
Yeah, boy, that boy at Crunch Fitness. Yeah, boy, I see him.
Oh, you at Crunch? Ooh,
I love
it. Dope. But it's a little.
Crunch. I don't like little bit of LA Fitness. They're clean, but I just don't like the vibe.
It's a little bit of a so Crunch is perfect if you just like to lift weights and get your thing. LA Fitness I like a little bit more because you can get an LA Fitness with a pool and you can get an LA Fitness with a basketball court. Crunch, they just don't got the pool and the basketball court, and very few of them have. Some of them have saunas though. You can get the saunas, you can get the massage rooms.
Yeah, Crunch is definitely bro time.
Yeah.
Only thing I don't like is full of people.
Yeah.
And everybody got the tripod set up.
Oh, see that don't be happening at the one I go
like
to.
ring lights and all.
Oh my God.
I was like,
come on.
Man, I thought I'd go around and start ruining shots. You can't lift them weights without somebody looking at you.
Oh, come on, man. See this.
Or I pop in the side. They take steroids.
He on that juice. He on that juice.
He on that juice. He drank breast milk.
Wait. I ain't wearing breast milk.
Them bodybuilders don't be drinking breast milk.
Yeah, hey, you know, you gotta pop in one of them. Hey, bro, I just dropped the breast milk off for you, and then just keep on walking. But, hey, man, stop that. That was live. That was live. That wasn't. That was live. That wasn't recording.
I do that shit every time. They'll have to come see me. Be like, hey, man, don't come with this shit today. I'm coming.
Man, listen, I told Frank when I build my own at home gym. That's when I'm gonna start making my videos because I'm gonna make them funny. I'm gonna make them entertaining as hell. Trust me, when I make a workout video, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be full. It's gonna be some bullshit. I ain't gonna get on there and be serious with it because I can't. Because I think that shit's ridiculous. I think most strong dudes like Frank, they get on there pumping dumbbells and yeah. Matter of fact, the only videos I've posted videos under your videos before.
Yeah.
When I see you go get them dumbbells, I'm like, man, let me go show you what these dumbbells is. And that's when he was struggling with the hundreds, and I was in there playing with the hundreds. I was like, let me go show you what I do with these hundreds in my work clothes, and just go grab them things and get, and get off. I said, boy, I'm done right now.
I should have deleted them comments too.
you should have deleted them. No, that's now I won't do that. Now if I go grab them hundreds, I'm at to pray first. I'm like, okay, Lord, I know I ain't talking to you in a minute.
I'm about to get back out here because I'm weaning the boy this week.
Yeah, man. Wait. Yeah. Get him on off of that. Get him on.
I'm weaning
them off.
Oh.
Because my face is all round and stuff because I'm wearing this extra 30 pounds. I got to get back to me. I can't do this no more.
Come on, tell George to get a little vampire. George being a little vampire. Get on off of this thing. But don't be like that little boy. He gonna be like that little boy in the veil on
Absolutely not.
the boy in the veil.
He was like 14.
Yeah, he at the time he was 10 years old. You remember in Game of Thrones? The boy that wanted to make the small man fly. He came on that 10.
He's like, Italian food now too. I'm about to cook this boy some grits and eggs and get him a bottle. I'm done.
Homeboy said, I'm hungry. He pulled in his mama's shirt. She was like, not now. I like, man, I'm telling you, you got to go back and watch Game of Thrones. Bro, homegirl, the stuff that they say, bro, when he told that dude, he said, what are you whinging for? And dude said, I'm not whinging. He said, your mouth moving, complaining's coming out. That's whinging. Like that, bro. They say so like they one-liners. I'm like, who wrote this shit, bro? Like the insults be the next level, bro. Next level insults. Oh man, and everybody was a cunt. Everybody was a twat. Everybody. I'm like, y'all boys.
Every episode.
But yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Go ahead and put George already gone to bed. Sam, you go get you some titty milk and you go to bed too. That's how you got so strong. I know it's
Jesus Christ.
All right, y'all.
All right, night.